welcome back to second chapter. The start of chapter 8. The Capua is still doing Capua things. Oh, look at that JPEG. Look at this JPEG. Goddess. What is that thing? It's huge. Ridiculously huge. That thing must be more than 5,000 arch across. It's like a giant floating island. No, look closely. The base is artificial. It's more of a floating city than an island. A city? Well, we can't just sit here. Alright, guys, listen up. We are getting on to that flying city island. What? Seriously? Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious. If those society fools have brought that thing back, then think. It must be full of incredible treasure! Enough to pay our debts 10 times over. You've gotta be kidding me. We can't just waltz into something that huge. Just back me up here. Honestly, at this point, I bet there are things on that city I want too. Like, beyond treasure. Oh, Adios, save me. Kyle does have a point, though. Things have been weird all day, so we probably should be careful. I mean, for starters, the radio's been silent for ages. That is true. Guild and army transmissions are one thing, but even the civilian channels are dead, which is... Huh? What? A wave of light? What happened? Report! Boss, big problem! The generators and flight engines have cut out, all of them! What? Wait, that means... We're really in trouble now. The flight field from the engines is dissipating. The Bobcat's not answering her helm at all either. You're kidding! You mean we can't do anything? There's only one thing we can do at this point. What? What? Pray to Adios that it's not our time to be called to heaven. Oh crap! I like how it just freezes at the right side of the screen. Chapter 8. Land of Chaos. Yeah, maybe don't try to fly towards the thing that's causing all the power to go out. Oh, how convenient that this just happened to happen during one of the, 2 times of the day where Ruan's bridge is up? Of course. That won't be a pain in the ass in 30 minutes or, no, way more than that. An hour and a half? I don't know. How did you fuckers even manage to land? Oh great, we're in the middle of the lake. It's actually probably better that we were not above land when that happened. Okay, we've gotten off and somehow made it over to Bose. So that's what the light show at the towers was about. But you kids pulled off a genuine miracle this time. Let me give you your reward first. Adios knows you've earned it. Let's see, we're at 290. I want to make sure that's the max. It is! Yay! Still, what madness we've fallen into. I never thought being deprived of orbits would throw us into this much chaos. No kidding. It sort of makes you realize just how dependent we've become on orbital power. It's true. Communication, transportation, defense, production. Every single major function of society is effectively paralyzed at this point. For most people, I think the real worry will be the lights in the kitchen. From the sounds of it, the city was really in a tizzy last night. That's being kind about it. People were mobbing the guild house, the Orbital workshop, the mayor's mansion, all demanding answers. It was awful. Everyone's wanted to know what had happened. I had no answers to give. Frenzied fools practically kept me up all night. I see. Sorry, Lugren. The floating city on top of all this crap's getting dire. Feels like we're one step away from a frickin' panic. Well, the people of Burl love peace, so I do not personally expect a riot immediately. Should the situation continue for too long, however, people may begin to lose hope. Yes, we must do something about this and quickly. So, then everyone. What's this plan you said Russell has to bring back the dead, turn water to ambrosia, and save us all? Bring back the dead? Well, Professor Russell's come up with a new invention. That isn't too far off. This, everyone, is my latest invention, the zero field generator. Zero field what now? Put simply, you are aware of the special warp field the Gospels produce, yes? This is a circuit which produces a field to nullify that warp via a resonance that does not qualify as simple under any definition. If I understand correctly, then, Professor, this can actually reverse the orbital shutdown phenomenon? Well, what? Is that true, Professor? Prevent it, more specifically, but just so. Ultimately, the shutdown phenomena is just orbital energy being absorbed by the Gospels. Where the energy went was a mystery, but having come this far, I think I finally have an answer. To the floating city. To the Ariel. It is the only answer which makes sense. The Ariel uses the little holes between dimensions generated by devices which we call Gospels to cause the phenomenon. Gospels are, all things considered, small holes, so the area affected was thankfully minor. With the Ariel made manifest once again, however, that area has grown immensely. Enough to engulf the entirety of Liberl, and even beyond our borders, I'd imagine. All of Liberl? So what's causing all this? Yes, I find it likely that every orbit in the country, without exception, has stopped working. Well, there is one exception. However, this zero field generator can stop the interference of the Ariel. Which is to say, put it next to an orbit and that orbit will work just fine. Wow! Professor, that's amazing. So we fire that thing up and everything's cool then. Not quite, I'm afraid. The area this prototype can protect is limited. It can shield, at most, an orbit you could carry in two hands. That small? Well, hell, that kind of limits what we can do, doesn't it? The other problem is, I only have so many of them. Even as a favor for Cassius, I could only put 16 of them together. 16? It's actually a lot, if anything. Wait, Dad asked you for these? Yes, he requested that I work on these a while back, actually. I scarcely even imagined a crisis on this scale at the time, but it seems he did. I see. Just as I'd expect from Cassius, always seeing further than any other man. That being the case, though, pretty clear how we should use these things, I think. Ah, you're a sharp one, Father. I don't quite follow. So in a crisis like this, the thing you need more than anything else is fast, accurate communication. Whether it's about the society throwing bears at people or where goods need to be taken, if you can't communicate, you're up a creek. Meaning, they should be used to restore communication devices all over Liberl. Is that the size of it? Bingo. That is a good idea. For the military, not being able to use our guns or airships is dire. Not having communications between headquarters and our forces is even more serious, however. We should restore communications between Grand Cell Castle, the Hawken Gate, and Lyson Fortress ASAP. The guild is in the same boat, in a way. If the branches can't get in touch, it'll be hard to mount any response to anything that might happen. Sounds as if we're all in agreement then. Well then, Captain Schwartz, I'll provide the 10 zero field generators to the Royal Army. That should give you enough to cover the Arcel, the capital, the gate, Leiston, and all regional posts. You have my thanks, Professor. I'll order my men to distribute them immediately. And the remaining 6 go to the Bracer Guild. That should be enough to restore the phone in each guild branch. I'll get right on it. We'll see them safely there. What? You can get the phone working? That would be a great help. Please, set that, 0 whatever it was right away. No problem. Tita, would you do the honors? Sure, give me just a second. Tita opened the lid of the phone and put the ZFG inside. Okay. Done. It's all set to go. That was kind of faster than I thought it'd be. All you really need to do is just put it in the right spot inside the phone. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Tita flipped the switch on the phone. Oh, you did it. Nice. Looks like it really does let orbital devices work. So next I need to test to see if the phone will actually connect. I'll try calling Grandpa. He's on the RSL, which should have a working phone. Tita dialed in a phone number. Hello? Grandpa. Yeah, it's me. I'm at the guild house in Bose right now. Yeah, it's okay. It works great. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I will. You do your best too, Grandpa. I think it's connecting okay. No kidding. Professor Russell saved us again, it seems. I'll have to drown Russell in beer and steak next time I see him. Speaking of thanks, Russell seems to be aboard the Arcel still, but where did the princess and that churchman get off to? Oh, they both headed to Grand Cell at dawn with Captain Shores. Chloe said she wanted to talk to the Queen, and Kevin said something about the Archbishop, I think. I see. I imagine the royal family and the church have their own crises to deal with right now. The good news is, they agreed to deliver a zero-field generator to the Capital Guild House for us. I would expect to get a call from Elnan at some point. Excellent. Coordinating with him will help. You are off to the remaining guild houses, I take it. Yep, that's the plan. What I'd really like to deal with is that floating city, but wouldn't we all? It seems like our society friends are already there, too. We can't lay a damn finger on them with our airships grounded. Real heroic spot to be in, huh? There's a little point in flogging ourselves over it, though. Right now, we must focus on what can be done. Yeah. Yes, let's get to it. Please form your party. You may choose 2 other members aside from the mandatory members. Alright, we need to take Tita with us wherever we go because she needs to install the ZFGs.
This ought to perk you up.
No, let me redo it.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with Agate.
Let's do it.
Okay. Obviously, airship travel is right out for this, so we'll be walking. Where should we go first? Rouen or Ruan? Neither choice is better than the other, really. All the guild houses need working phones, so all we can do is pick a direction and go. Good point. Joshua's got it, I think. No matter which way we go, I bet we'll have our work cut out for us. I hope we can help all the people in trouble. Yeah, okay then. During the shutdown phenomenon, only characters equipped with a zero-field generator can use orbital arts. Equip a generator in the accessory slot to use it. Furthermore, as Tita uses an orbital cannon, she cannot act in any way other than the movement or her gunpowder-powered cannon impulse S-craft without a generator. Alright, this is a very interesting chapter. First up, we need to put that ZFG on Tita. At the top, we have 4 of them to spare. Now it's down to 3. So now she can use basic attacks, which is important. First up, let's go back into the guild, because there are, as you would expect, requests. Kron Pass Monster and Nuenzel Path Monster. Let's see. Well, we need to go take care of those. So Nuenzel Path is what, to the south? Should go take care of that right away. So, yeah, very interesting chapter. It does, oh, cutscene. Huh? What's going on? Why are all these people looking up at... I see. So that's it. The floating city. The floating city? It's so huge. What? It's overwhelming seeing it from down here. Well, I can understand why the civvies are freaking out. We might not be able to do a hell of a lot, but times like this are when bracers have to step up. We gotta do our best to make this better and give the citizens some peace. Yeah. Yes, let's hurry. Yeah, so... Oh, is that Anton and Ricky? No, that's Avel and Simon. They look exactly the same. I'm not sure where Anton and Ricky are right now. Alright, so somewhere on the new Ansel path should be a monster for me to beat up. But yeah, we're finally doing that thing that, I opened this chest once before, but when I had to replay that chapter, I just didn't open it. But yeah, we're doing the thing that maybe, you know, maybe thought we could potentially do. There's a chest under that tree, but I don't care. And that is, we have the ability to literally walk around the entire country. Now, that creates another sort of strange problem that you probably shouldn't think about too much, which is, how much time is passing during this chapter, during this point of the game, where you have to go around, oh, it's an archaism, great. Where you have to go around and exterminate, not exterminate, where you have to go around and solve all these problems and visit all the major cities. So arts are out of the question. I should have frickin' built up our CP. Oh well. Let's attack the small dudes. Oh, good job, Joshua. God damn, it has death on it. That's frickin' great. Alright, Estelle, get in there. Use that hurricane. What's your crit? Here. Get up. Still. Oh, I don't have enough. I'm just short. Yeah, this is a bit tougher than I'd like it to be. I mean, it's not hard. It's just more time-consuming than anything else.
Not done yet.
You know what I should do? Now, normally I have not given, you know, too much care to picking up items, but as of right now, there are a set of good items we can get. They are actually located atop of the towers. So let me first, let's see, that ice cream I have, ultimate ice cream. I'm just gonna use a bunch of them on our party members because these things regenerate CP, which is why I made a bunch of them. It also cost me a lot of Mira to buy the ingredients to make 99 of these things. I would just sit down and make the omelet meal, but I'm too lazy and I don't want to have to fix the video when it screws up the recording. I don't know why it does that. That's the only thing I've discovered in the game that causes like some sort of recording bug. But for some reason, the cooking menu just makes the game shit itself. Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna get to the top of the tower. Alright, so at the top of the towers now, there are these interesting, unique monsters. Oh, I didn't realize the quilt cords apply to these guys. I guess it's because they're not quest monsters. Okay. Let's take that off then. Now I can fight them. These guys are, what are they? Dimension bugs, along with weather seeds. They're tough. They're pretty tough. Let's use a true hurricane. Try to get everything. Wow, the little guys are even pretty sturdy. Alright, hold on there, Tita. You're also the only one of us that can do arts. Hopefully they don't like this. Oh, I knocked him out. Yeah, that wasn't very good. Pop another hurricane. Oh, they multiply. Are you serious? That seems like overkill for them. Movement down. Not what I was expecting. Ah, I missed one. Yeah, this is getting tiresome. Kind of feel like I should just do that with all these fights from now on. Just let Joshua take care of it. Can I get them both? Yeah. Plenty of room. Resist. You sons of bitches. Oh, I freaking missed what it just dropped. I thought you get the item after you like get out of the battle screen, but I got it before. So they drop really good accessories, I think. Where is it? Shield orb. I have 2 of these now. Increases defense, movement, and speed. Okay, that might not be one of the best ones. It dropped something else, but I'm not sure what it was. It might have dropped a quartz. This is at the point where you start finding really rare quartz. So every tower in the game has monsters like this on top of it, and they drop some of the best stuff in the game. So I want to make sure I get all of them. But for now, let's just get back to bows. So before heading over to Ruan, I should actually stop over at Revenue. Well, I think we're going to run into a monster in the Kron Pass before reaching the checkpoint. Now, I'm not quite sure how it works, whether or not you can report in any bracer points to any given branch, or rather like any request to any branch, or if it stays with the one that like had the job on the board, perhaps. So I might have to make a quick detour and run back to bows once I kill this monster. But over at Revenue, there's something very useful that I need to pick up as well. Not to mention, during this chapter, multiple volumes of Gambler Jack have spawned around Liberal, and you kind of have to go out of your way to find them. They are also, I think, the way I'm going, because I could have gone to the east first and gone to Relent. The way I'm going, I'm going to end up getting them out of order a little bit. Let's see, these fuckers are going to explode when I kill them, aren't they? They are doing a little bit of damage. Ah, strength and speed up, huh? Kind of want to hit another S-Craft with Joshua. I did a little bit. They're not close enough to hit both of them, huh? Oh, I can do this. This should end it.
Let's move out.
Alright, so I should go report this into bows. I think this is the case. But even so, there's still the detour to make in Revenue. Alright, Lugren. Take these. We're up to 300 points. We're a B-class bracer. Good work. Thanks, Lugren. Alright, now I need to stop by Revenue Village. Alright, Sting, you should give me what I want now. Ah, you all. Yeah, you're the same cool customer as always, Sting. Just who I am. Actually, sorry to ask this out of the blue, but mind taking a look at this? Huh? Sting pulled a gemstone out of his pocket. It glowed black. It looks like a quartz of some kind. I couldn't use it in my orbit, though. Joshua, isn't this? Yes, it's most likely an ancient Zemurian quartz. Really? I had heard talk about them, but I never expected to see one. I thought these were supposed to work with these new orbits we have, though. I think so, but first, a question. Sting, where exactly did you find that? About that, it was around the Emerald Tower. I fought this bizarre monster. It was like a living fossil or... Anyway, it was strange, put it that way. I picked up this after I defeated it. Wait a minute, that sounds exactly like the thing we encountered atop the tower. Ah, so you found one too. Anyway, I've only ever found the one. Haven't seen another since. Whatever it was much, much stronger than your average monster. Wouldn't hurt to watch out for more of them. Yeah, no kidding. Thanks for letting us know. By the way, not to pry, but your orbits seem to work. Mind filling me on what's going on? Right, sure. Let's take it from the top. So Joshua showed Sting the zero field generator and explained about them and how they needed to deliver the ZFGs. So that's what's going on. Here then. What? Sting, are you sure? My orbit's about as useful as a rock right now, so a quartz is pointless to me. But all of you are on a pretty important mission. What needs to happen seems obvious to me. Wow. Just come out and say you want to help already, you lug. You don't need to thank me. You just concentrate on accomplishing your mission. We will. See you, Sting. Good guy, Sting. The time gem is arguably the best quartz in the game. I had one of them, and I'd been using it with Ollie. It's now sitting in my inventory though, so now I have two of them. I'll worry about that later. But what it is it's a very strong variant of the cast quartz, which reduces the time that it takes to perform arts. That said, it does so at the cost of strength. So it does cause your ATS to go down. Your arts are not as powerful, but they come out much quicker. Overall, I think it's pretty worth it, especially if you have other things in your build that compensate for that reduction in power. So if you have other quartz or even accessories that increases the user's ATS, then it offsets it, and you basically get to use high-level arts very, very quickly, which is what Ollie was able to do. And now one other person will be able to do that in the future. Alright, here we are at the Kron Pass checkpoint. So we should be... Who are you? You're Antoine! What are you doing over here? What are both you doing over here? Yeah, Ray, you were on the Arcel. Hey, Bracer folks. Fancy meeting you guys here. Ray? Hey, how did things go? You know, with the ship? I was heading back to Zeiss after working on the Arcel a bit. I finished helping the old man, so it's time to get back to my own experiments. Which means you have to walk, right? Unfortunately, it's the only way to travel right now. Are you sure you'll be safe traveling alone? We could escort you if you like. Don't worry, I'm not exactly alone, as it were. Antoine's with you, huh? Pretty loyal for a cat, right? I've also got, you might call them, hazardous materials on hand. Here, let me share some with you, show you what I mean. Oh, the Aurora Ball. It's an attack food I invented. You can make it with the tools from any old kitchen, so if you have the time and materials, give it a try. Thanks. So, yeah. I kind of think they'll make it just fine, guys. Quite so. Still, be careful on your way, Ray. The Caldia Tunnel is likely to be especially dangerous right now. Yeah, don't worry. I'm keeping both eyes open. Anyway, see you guys back in Zeiss. I already made this thing, right? Yeah, there's no way I don't have it. Yeah, there it is. It's the strongest attack food. So my first playthrough, I need to talk to him and pick that thing up. There is one recipe I'm still missing, but that will be coming very shortly. It's in this chapter. And it's another stupid, like, roundabout way of, oh, you have to go talk to this person after doing this thing, and then they'll give you it. And it's just like, oh, man. No wonder I missed it. Alright, so let's cross over into the Ruan region. There might be some stuff to deal with on our way before we even reach Ruan, because obviously this road from the Kron Pass all the way to Ruan is very big. There's the village in between. There's the school. There's the orphanage. So give me a second here. I'll take us to where we need to be. All right, we got a monster on the middle of the road on our way into Ruan. This is actually a quest monster for a quest that we have not gotten yet. It'll be on the Ruan board. All right, let's take care of these bastards. These are like the guys that I think was it Blue Bonk used? Let's see here. I see that crit down there on the frickin' AT bonuses. I think I'm gonna save that for Joshua. For now, let's go with the Hurricane. Can I get over here? Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get all 3 Archaisms. Alright, Agate. I missed the front one, though. Marionettes. 740. Alright, Joshua. Exterminated the monsters, the ones you didn't know about. So we should be, there we are, right at city limits. Because remember, you could have come from the opposite direction to Rouen, and therefore already known about this. What's up, Jean? Yes, what can I do for... Hey, Jean. I'm glad to see you're well. Estelle and Joshua. I see, you're both safe. Thank Adios. All the madness started while you were at the towers, so I was worried that something had happened. Thanks for worrying, Jean. We were all fine, for now anyway. It seems that the same can't be said for Ruan, though. You've got that right. We're in a ridiculous mess right now. The second we saw that massive whatever it is above the lake, all our orbments stopped working. The new mayor, Mr. Norman, is struggling to keep up with it all. Honestly, if it weren't for the clergy from the church and the members of the Ravens helping, the town'd be a wreck. What? The Ravens are what? Oh yes, right after the orbments stopped working, when everything really started going to hell, they stepped in to help keep order. Right now, we've got them working as volunteer bracers, temporarily. Oh, good grief. I get it. So they finally found the will to do it, huh? Of course, it's just been one catastrophe after another. For starters, this whole thing just had to happen while the Lingland Bridge was up, naturally. Thanks to that, you could only cross the river via paddleboat ferry right now. Oh man, guess there's no other way if the bridge is stuck. Ultimately, I don't think the city can keep this up for very long. I'd like to put some kind of relief plan together while the other branches are in the army. But with the phones not working, at best we have written mail, and the roads are a mess. I think we can help on that front, John. We have just the thing. You can what? You have what? Let's get you up to speed. Estelle explained recent events and about the zero field generators. I get it. Figures that thing has something to do with the society. Being able to use the phone would be a huge help, though. Could you set that up right now? Uh-huh. Okay, all done. Tina flipped the switch on the phone. It works. This phone should work fine now. You, won't be able to call anyone until their phones work too, though. Oh man, this is just what we needed. Having a working phone is like mana from Idios at a time like this. I could kiss you and Professor Russell right now. Aw. It's a nice sentiment, at least. Well, we gotta move on and get the rest of the guild going, but need anything else? Right. Check the postings on the board if you could. Also, if you could check the places outside the city limits, like the orphanage and school, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I can see how you'd need a patrol at a time like this. We'll keep an eye out the best we can. Thanks. With the phone fixed, you can call the team from another branch to Ruan. If you wish to call them, select Call Allies when speaking to Sean. Yes, that would be very helpful. That reminds me. Tell me if you want to call anyone in from the other branches. I'll contact them and have them report here. Call the allies. You want to call in some allies? Got it. I'll contact them immediately. Here they come. They're upstairs now. So this also like questions like how much time is passing in this chapter, because we had time to walk over here and then they had time to walk over here. All right, so let's change the party up a little bit right now. Let's bring Sharon's in with us. Standby member. All right. When you put someone in standby who has a ZFG, it unequips. So if I bring Tita again, I need to remember that that she still has that. All right. So there's a monster over by Saffrel Tower. Oh, that's gonna be a pain to get to. For now, let's go backwards though. So let's see. We're closer to the orphanage, or are we closer to Genis? I can never remember. We're closer to Genis. Okay. Let's go to the orphanage, though. We don't have to, but we were asked to check in, and there might be a little bit of cool, unique dialogue, so give me a minute. All right, let's see how the kids are doing. Man, chopping wood's pretty hard, but if I don't do it, Matron Theresa's gonna have it even harder. Hey, Clem, sounds like you're doing well. Joshua! It's been a while, Clem. I heard from Marcel that you've been working hard to help out. Of course. I'm not slacking off for weeding or taking care of the chickens or anything. I gotta work hard for everyone. Yeah, good thinking. I know there's a lot that's tough right now, but help out everyone you can, okay? We're doing our best to help out too. Got it. I'll do my best to help as much as you. Polly, long time no see. Whoa, it's Joshua. You seem kind of different. Different, but you still look cool, so I guess it's okay. Thank you. Any other kids out here? Where's my favorite kid? Is that you, Joshua? Yeah, it's been a while, Mary. Did I surprise you? I know I'm dressed a bit differently. No, not at all. Your clothes are, really cool. Thanks. If you're looking for Matron Theresa, she's inside. You should say hi. I'm sure she'd be happy if you did. What? It's Joshua. Hi, Daniel. It's been a while. Have you been a good boy? Yeah. I decided to help Matron Theresa just like Clem. Today I watered the plants. I see. Good job, Daniel. Why is that like my favorite NPC? Estelle and Joshua, welcome. Matron Theresa, I'm sorry to have worried you. Joshua, please, stay with Estelle from now on. This is all I would ask of you. I will. Thank you, Matron Theresa. I see now that there was no need to worry. I'm sure Chloe's very relieved. That reminds me. Matron Theresa, about Chloe. Yes, I hear she's in the capital. Sieg delivered a letter from her to me. I see. That's Sieg for you. Based on her letter, she's having plenty of trouble on her side too. From the content, I could feel a very decisive will to face some kind of problem directly. I don't know what kind of decision that represents, but I'm confident that girl will find her own path. Oh, yeah, I think so too. Remember, when we were originally leaving the capital and what were we doing? Right, we got assigned the Arcel to go check out the towers. And, well, Chloe asked for the Arcel. She was like, Grandmother, may we please use the Arcel? She was like, of course I was going to do it anyway. Well, like, the Queen kind of said something like, are you ready to talk with me, Chloe? And she was like, no, when I get back, I'll have an answer for you. And there was something to that effect even when we were in Grand Cell earlier in the game, where, when everyone's, like, sleeping arrangements were being decided, And the team was still deciding whether or not they're going to stay at a hotel or stay at the castle. Queen Alicia asked Chloe, like, assuming, like, oh, you're going to stay here tonight, right? She's like, yeah, I intend to while we're in Grand Cell. It's like, good, then we'll have a chance to talk while you're here. And then we parted ways, and it was Estelle, Shara, Tita, and Ren that stayed at the hotel. Chloe went back to the castle. So that night when we were away from Chloe, they had an important conversation. That was... Hurry, Estelle. No. Damn it. Why is this? Gotta hurry and tell someone. Oh, no. Yeah. Whoa, you're... Action first, words later. We'll send these things packing. Step back. We may not be able to protect you in a fight. What are Ouroboros' armed beasts doing here? Defend yourselves. More blade cougars. Oh, come on. Oh, we're not doing a lot of damage, huh? Ah, even Zen and Shara's CP depleted. Well, I'm gonna need to use Estelle to do some damage here. Probably with Hurricane. Oh no, I think I might be able to get off a True Comet here. Here we go. It still didn't do very much. There we go, we got both of them affected. That makes the fight a lot easier.
Let's move out.
Phew, that was rough. Yes, glad we managed to make it in time. You saved me. Estelle and Joshua, right? Sorry, you really pulled my bacon out of the fire. Hey, no bake. It's part of the job. More importantly, what's happened? Those monsters aren't from this area. Well... The Academy! The Royal Academy's been attacked! What? Please calm down and tell us everything. Okay. I was hanging around behind the old schoolhouse, ditching class again. Suddenly these soldier guys in red and armor break down the front gate. The janitor came up to ask them what the hell they were doing, but they shot the guy. Oh no. Animals. When I saw that, my mind just went blank. I ran like I wanted to get some help, but where was I gonna go? Alright, I think we understand the situation. Listen closely. Can you follow the road to Ruan and tell the guild secretary there, Jean, what's happened? Tell him that Estelle Bright's team is going to investigate the academy. I'll try. They've got these weird, I don't know, puppet things too, along with the monsters. Be careful, okay? This is the biggest hidden quest ever. You can totally miss this and not do this. And I'm not sure if there's a consequence for it either. We came as soon as we heard. The situation here sounds pretty messed up. Mr. John contacted the Royal Army, but he said it could be a long time before reinforcements arrive. Damn it. Even then, with orbital weaponry not working, most modern army men won't be reliable. We have little choice but to settle things ourselves, since we have actual experience with hand-to-hand combat. They've likely taken the whole school hostage as well. If we move in carelessly, we could hurt more than we save. That's the problem, isn't it? It'd be nice if we had a picture of what was happening inside, but how? Everyone, wait here a bit. I'm going to go scout inside the academy. Joshua! What do you mean? My mind and body were molded to be in the perfect spy and assassin, remember? I should be able to sneak in and get an idea of what's going on inside the school and the condition of the hostages easily. Joshua's got a point. If you can do it, it would certainly help. But won't it be really dangerous? I'll be alright, trust me. I've infiltrated places far more heavily guarded than this. You don't need to worry, Tita. But... Joshua, you're going alone no matter what? The odds of success are much, much higher if I do this myself. Trust me on this, Estelle. Let me go on my own for this one. Okay. I just want to ask one thing. You remember the promise we made, right? To walk together to the end, right? Don't worry. I'm just wandering off to pick daisies for a moment. You go pick those flowers then, mister. Joshua, be careful. I will be, I promise. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I can. Hey, you really okay with this? Yeah. If I insisted on going, I'd just drag him down here. Besides, I believe in Joshua. Estelle? You've grown quite a lot, Estelle. I should use the buildings for cover. Stay behind them to avoid being seen. Need to find out where they're keeping the hostages. Try to get some kind of head count on the enemy. Two enemy soldiers in the boys' dorm. Need to check every building like this. That was a tutorial. Alright, so let's save in my auto saves. Kind of messed something up when you guys weren't looking, but that's fine. Alright, let's continue to peek around here. There's the guy who got shot, that's the janitor. Two male students and an injured faculty member. Looks like he was shot. His injury doesn't seem life-threatening though. Thank Adios for a little mercies, I guess. Alright, so time to be sneaky spy. Sneak around the perimeter of this place. No choice. I'll have to dash across. Anime. Interact with this window. Four soldiers. Looks like they're being kept in reserve in case something happens. They may be keeping the hostages on the second floor. Let's see. Back gate is locked. Beyond here is the old schoolhouse. Just in case. Joshua pulled out his tools and inserted them into the lock. There, it's unlocked now. Gilbert, my boy, what do you think you're doing? What would drive you to such violence? Two reasons, really. The first is that my orders are simply to cause further chaos in this pissant little kingdom at my discretion. My beloved alma mater seemed a perfect candidate for a little shakeup. What happened to you, Gilbert? You were so dedicated to peace and your political aspirations as a student. When did you lose that passion? Ideals are just that, ideals. A little thing called reality as a way of trampling them in the mud. Money and privilege are everything. It became so obvious, serving as Dalmore's steward. I'd intended to eventually dispose that doddering old fool and take over as his successor. Thanks to everyone's beloved Bracer Guild, however, that goal was smashed to dust. So I decided to walk a different route to wealth and power. How foolish. Say whatever you wish. As for my other goal, that Dean Collins would be the princess. According to rumors, which I know to be fact, old man, she's studying at this academy. I don't suppose you'd be willing to tell me who she's pretending to be. I have no idea what you're talking about. All I can say for certain is that no such girl is present at this academy. You're looking in the wrong place, Gilbert. Trying to play the fool until the bitter end. So be it then. With the phones dead, I have all the time in the world. I'll just have to look over the students myself until I find her. So he's the one behind all this. It makes sense in hindsight. He's an alumnus of the school and is familiar with the layout. So Gilbert is an idiot. He's looking for Chloe, but Chloe's in Grand Cell. And yeah, remember that he has no idea that the girl with us, that Chloe, who helped kick his butt in first chapter, is actually the princess. I don't see any of the teachers. They're most likely being held elsewhere. There's a sharp angle, so I can't tell, but I hear someone in the hallway. Most likely a guard on watch. What? Did I hear something? Over here? What? Quiet, Hans. Don't be too loud or the guard will notice. Right. But come on. How am I not supposed to lose it when you come out of the blue like that? Sorry. Hey, Hans, is someone at the window? Oh, Jill, stop pushing. Okay, just don't yell or anything, got it? Oh, come on. You think the great Jill, head of the student council, would ever scream over little... Hans quickly covered Jill's mouth. I knew you were gonna shout. Excuse me for being thrilled. Joshua, you impossible dummy. What the heck are you doing here? It's good to see you again, Jill. I don't have much time, so let me explain very quickly. Joshua explained how the group found out about the takeover from Mickey and that they were what they were going to do about it. I see now. So basically you guys are looking for a way to get us out of this? Exactly. Thought I'd let you know so you can keep the others calm. Yeah, good call. We'll do whatever we can. Can we do anything else to help? Let me think. I could use a list of students and faculty currently present on the grounds. It would help a lot when we move in. Right, of course. Yeah, okay. We'll write a list up right now. Jill and Hans compiled a list of the staff and students on the grounds and slipped the paper through the window. Joshua added the list of hostages to the bracer notebook. Thank you. We'll be moving in within the hour. Just hold on until then. Yeah, we will. You guys be careful, okay? And once things are over, let's get something to eat at the cafeteria. I've got to hear about what you've been up to. Alright then. Go easy on me, okay? No interacting with that one. Let's see. Are most of these windows fake? Here we go. I don't hear anyone in the waiting room. I think it's safe to say it's empty. Anime. Three girls. The others must be in the main schoolhouse. Two of those were our little Erebonian pair. Two enemy soldiers on watch. I don't hear anything from the other club rooms. Alright, I've scouted the entire campus. So few men, I could probably... No, it's still not time for that. I should go back to the others. That's the situation on the academy grounds from what I could tell. Pretty thorough. Did a good job scouting. Yeah, now we should be able to put some kind of plan together. So that Gilbert idiot is the one who led the attack on the academy. And he was seriously trying to kidnap Chloe? He had the balls for that? I should have thrown him off the damn deck of that airship when I had the chance. The man who was once a peaceful secretary for a mayor is now one of Ouroboros' jackals. A member of the elite who falls to villainy when they encounter hardship. It's an old story. That describes him, alright. Still though, what do we do? It sounds like he brought a fair number of Jaegers, And he's got archaisms and armored monsters too, right? And if the archaisms are working and the Jaegers have guns, then that means the society can use orbits even through the shutdown phenomenon, right? Oh crap. Looks as though they're using something similar to our zero field generators. And they definitely have enough for each man and machine. So they're free to hose us down with as much gunfire as they want. Not the best situation I've ever been in. The obvious answer is to split into two groups. One group raises hell on their front and distracts them, while another group infiltrates from the rear. We're too short on manpower to try that safely, though. From what Joshua describes, I'd want no less than 6 people to attack their front. Any less is suicide. I agree. If we have 6 people, we should be able to draw their troops on standby out without getting killed ourselves. But 6 people? That's everyone here now. Are we just going to have to wait for the Royal Army to get here? I believe we may be able to fill in the gap. Oh! Whoa, Annalise? Everyone! Haha, perfect timing. We actually just stopped in at the Ruan branch a bit ago. Once we heard the story from Jean, we came running as fast as we could. I think this is another one for the Divine Providence column. Estelle, thanks for saving me back at the lab. You really saved me from a lot. I owe you. I was so angry with myself when I heard they captured you. Don't worry, it ended up fine. They didn't rough me up much. Besides, I got Joshua back in that whole mess. Yeah. It's been forever, Joshua. Did you forget about your sterling role model, Annalise? No, of course not. Sounds like you helped distill a great deal while I was away. Thank you for everything, Annalise. Well, if anything, she was helping me out, I think. What I really want to do is tell you all about just how lonely Estelle was without you. Wait, she is full of lies. You shouldn't believe a word she says. Just kidding, just kidding. Besides, I don't think we can really afford to shoot the breeze much here. Yeah, seriously. Joshua, mind filling everyone in on the situation inside? Of course. I see. A grim situation. I agree with your plan. A two-pronged assault will resolve this quickly. Well, now we got 10 people, so 6 to assault the front and 4 from the rear. That work? Seems like a good split to me. The only real question is, who's going charging at what? Oh, in that case, can I lead the infiltrate from the rear team? No offense, but I think I know the academy better than anyone here at this point. Except perhaps for me, Estelle. Remember, I did just scout the entire grounds. Mind if I go with Estelle then? We did promise to go into glorious battle together once. Annalise. Given how quick you are, that's a good idea regardless. You 3 are all scrappers though. The best choice for a 4th would be someone who can support you. Allow me to serve that role then. I need no orbit to use my arts. I can aid Estelle's group with them. Kurt! Thank you, Kurt. Looks like that's our teams then. On that note though, Karna, you gonna be alright? Your weapon. Oh, you mean my orbital gun. Yeah, losing that was rough. I've had to fall back on this noisy old thing. What in the world is that huge gun? That's a... It's an old Rhineford model gunpowder assault rifle. Ava, an old friend of mine who runs a weapon shop, lent it to me. She collects things like this and let me run off with it for a bit. A gunpowder rifle. Now that's old school, hell yeah. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen any firearms that use gunpowder lately. Wait, Tita, that Gatling gun of yours is a gunpowder weapon, isn't it? Yep, it's part of Grandpa's treasured collection. Honestly, it's far heavier than an orbital gun. It runs out of ammo in seconds, and it's just harder to use in every way. It's got plenty of stopping power though, so it'll be fine for a quick strike like this. Yes, sounds like you'll be alright in the assault group. Let's start the plan then. Okay. We'll do our best. We can change equipment, but you can't really change the party. Because, yeah, I don't know why they would tell you this.
Ready?
Roger.
Begin the assault. Yes. And so the guild's plan to liberate the Genesis Royal Academy was set into motion. I get Charizard, Zen, Karnak, Grant, and Tita, created a distraction at the main gate to lure the Jaegers out, while Estelle, Joshua, Annalise, and Kurt struck from behind to free the hostages. The hell is Gilbert thinking anyway? All we get from taking over a place like this is freaking out a bunch of rich kids. Yeah, if we really wanted to stir up some chaos, we'd attack one of the little rat holes these hicks call villages. It's like you said though, man, the brats here are loaded. Rumor even has it that a member of the Laburlian royal family attends this joint. What? Like that Claudia chick? No way. She's like in the palace or some shit. Whoever it is though, the Phantom Thief's friggin' obsessed with the chick who goes to this joint. That Gilbert's game plan. Find out who it is and deliver her. I get it. Yeah, we could score some major points with an enforcer if we do that. Man, that just makes things even worse. If the chick is that important, the bracers and army are gonna come right at us. We better be ready for some major shit to go down. Don't worry, we just hit this place. It'll take them a while to figure it out. Besides, their orbital-based guns ain't gonna work unlike ours, remember? Gonna be like shooting range if they take us on. Yeah, good point. Look at Tina go. That's so ridiculous. Shit, powder guns? The hell they get that junk from? They'll bury us in bullets at this rate. Go get the friggin' reserve guys. It's begun. Yeah, we gotta hurry. I unlocked the back gate when I was here earlier. It should open easily. Very good. We should infiltrate each building swiftly and rescue the hostages in each. Remember to check off those rescued from our list in the notebook. Got it. Let's go. When we pick up next time, we got some hostages to go save. And let's liberate Genis Royal Academy. See you guys then.